In less than like 20 words, what is your marketing philosophy?
Provide real value and connect to the person at a human level.
Cool. And how does that play into your sales discoveries and closing calls?
Ooh, man, sales is an absolute necessity. I'm so glad that I got into that. We could talk about that too. So in sales, you have to understand, and you know this, and probably a lot of people know this, but you do have to build a true connection with somebody. You know, people don't just buy off of logic. They've got to get a good feeling from you, because if you're going to be interacting with them, you know, they want somebody that they can vibe with, if you will. You know, they have a good energy, or at least it's something that you're compatible with. So yeah, that human connection is necessary. More importantly, on the backside, which I know a lot of companies deal with this, is know your value, know that you're providing value. If you don't have something that can impact somebody, your sales call is going to go to crap, because your physiology is going to be totally different. What you say is going to be totally different. People can feel it. People can sniff you out if you're not actually providing something value. If you're trying to sell something, they know it. Kind of back to that cool thing, you know, either you're cool or you're not, but if you're not, you have to talk about how cool you are, right?
Right.
But you have to truly be authentic. And I think that's what a lot of people who are starting out, or, you know, who don't know their value, or don't understand, or don't know that they can actually help, they break down internally, and it actually messes with you. So I think you need to, that's why I want to work with companies who know that they're actually helping people, because otherwise it won't work. And otherwise it's not, you know, ethical at some level. So yeah, that's where it ties in. The marketing and the sales, you got to have the connection. You got to know that you're actually providing real value.
Yeah, man, I love that, dude. For me, one of the values I have in my business, I help people who help people, you know? And because I think that's super important. I just think that at the core of my soul, we're here to help other people. And that can be e-com, it can be Legion, whatever, right? It's like, but what is their real why? And figuring that out, which is that connection piece, and then showing them where they're at and how you can provide that for them and be able to share their message with the world, because that's what you're doing, right? Providing value, providing results, but ultimately it's like they've got to have something that people want to buy into, man. So you mentioned this last time, man, but you said a year ago your sales was totally different, like you personally doing your sales. What was it that you did different between now and then that made you feel more comfortable doing sales and discovery calls?
Oh man, yeah. And I've got some questions for you too. But the biggest thing that changed in the last year in terms of sales and the success in sales is the confidence behind it, is going back and seeing the actual impact that I've been making for other customers.
Yeah.
Look, I was on hours and hours, probably hundreds of hours of training. And I felt like I was, you know, I heard one great tidbit, and then I heard another great tidbit, and something else and something else. And I felt like I was, you know, building something here. But what happened is, it was actually just, I was blocking it all, because I'd hear something that sounded great or made sense. My subconscious couldn't accept it, because it wasn't authentic with me, because I didn't understand the value that I was bringing. So the second that I changed my mindset, the second that I actually sat down and said, okay, let me look at the clients that I've helped. Let me look at all the information that I've gathered, the knowledge that I have now that I can help people with. And that really changed my perspective. Suddenly, everything that I heard of all those hundreds of hours of training, it just came back to me in a split second. I thought I'd forgot all that stuff. It just came to me in a split second, and suddenly it like Armour, it just like came at the right place at the right time, because I finally knew myself. I finally knew that my value was there. And now I was authentic with these lines, these tactics, because that was truly what I felt. It wasn't me faking it and putting this facade on.
Beautiful, man. Alignment, dude. That's amazing, right? It's like you're just taking everything like a sponge, just taking everything in, and then when the right moment is right, because I think that's something important. What you did is you did the work, hundreds of hours of learning this stuff, and training and implementing and messing up and then trying again, right? And then when the moment was right, I was like, awesome. Because how's that saying go? I think it was Tony Robbins said something like, you get rewarded in public for all the things you practice in private.
Yes.
Right?
That's great.
And man, that's super cool, dude. I love it, man. I freaking love it, dude. It's just, what's the name of your company? What's your handles? How can people get hold of you?
Yeah, so James Smith, probably the most common name out there, but I usually put a P in the middle. Patrick's my middle name, so James P. Smith. He's usually found everywhere online. Bright Idea Marketing, that's the company name, so that's probably the best place to go.